got this idea of the 6 focuses of the paradigm shift that everybody is kind of going through and, can focus on in their own lives, making changes to help advance things. The first one is sovereignty, which is, freedom, acknowledging that you are an infinite being. You have control of your reality. What you think, you bring more of to yourself. What you focus on is what your reality is going to show you. And taking responsibility for that as well. Taking responsibility for your own actions and knowing that you can't impose your beliefs on anybody else, and you can't, cause violence, initiate force or violence against anyone else, and nobody else has the right to do that to you. And that, I think, is something that's really lacking, at least here in America, especially where people have been, institutionalized into thinking that there's these people that are higher than them, that are authority figures, and just not taking responsibility for themselves. A lot of people have that victim mentality of, oh, this happens to me, oh, this, these things happen, oh, I lost my job because somebody else did this, or it's all you. You're making it happen somehow. Either you didn't really want that job, or you just weren't paying good enough attention, or, you made it happen in some way. And there's other people that have an effect as well, but you are very much in control of what you experience. And then unity, which is kind of the other side of that coin. While you are your own being and you are, very much yourself, you're also just part of a much bigger picture. I like to use the example of cells in the human body. You look under a microscope and each cell looks like an individual little thing, but when you zoom out to the scale that we see, all those cells you can't possibly see them. They're just part of this bigger picture. And that's how it is with humans and your bioregion. That's how it is with the bioregions and the planet and the solar system and the galaxy and the universe. It's fractals just going out in every direction. It's the same with the cells. Inside of the cells, there's all the molecules, and in the molecules there's the atoms, and in the atoms there's the subatomic particles, and who knows lower than that, there's smaller and smaller and bigger in both directions. And realizing that, and realizing how interconnected everything is, once you've, taken that step towards sovereignty and take responsibility for your actions and realize how powerful you are, how much you can change things, and then realize that it's all connected, you realize that you can change the entire world.
Yes.
Easily. Maybe not in a huge way, but you can make a change that will ripple out through everything.
Yes.
And then vitality is, I think, a really important one as well. Taking care of your physical body. It is just a vehicle that we're in right now. We're energy beings. We're the universe. We're, however you want to look at it. But the thing is, as long as you're in this vehicle, and you're going to be in it for, decades, most of us, well, you should probably take care of it, make sure you're not driving around in a beater. People do oil changes on their cars, so why wouldn't you, cleanse your body, take care of your body?
Yes.
The 3 aspects of that I think are the most important are your physical, exercise and stuff. Exercise, meditation, yoga, martial arts, running, jogging, bicycling, whatever you're doing to, get your heart rate going, keep your body fit that way. The vibrational side, what you have around you. Listening to music that isn't negative sound, isn't negative vibrations, isn't making you feel bad, isn't not watching movies and stuff that get you all panicky or get you angry, or, just understanding that everything is vibration. And so the vibrations that you put around you are going to have an effect on how you feel and what you think about, and what you think about is going to affect what you bring into your reality. Yeah. So making sure that everything lines up with what you want to see. And then the one that most people are pretty aware of is diet, obviously.
Yeah.
Or, food that we all use the word organic, but not USDA organic doesn't really mean anything, because it's the government there. But without GMOs, without chemical pesticides, without herbicides, natural food, like true food, the way that it's been for, millions of years versus the way it's been for the last 80.
Yeah.
I'd say it's important to have at least a heavily plant-based diet. Not everyone wants to be a vegan or vegetarian, but eating meat every meal of your day is not what we're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
For most of the existence of the human race, if you ate meat, it's because you ran for 45, 50 minutes, chased down a deer until its heart exploded, and then you had some meat that day. It's not something that was just readily available.
Right.
And the karma that you're taking on by eating animals all the time is just so much greater than plants that renew themselves naturally.
Yes.
And if you're getting plant food that you grew or that someone in your area grew lovingly, then it's a symbiotic relationship too. It's not just taking these things. So that's really big. Things like probiotics, kombucha, hoon, kefir, all these things that Western culture is like, oh, this is a great idea. Why'd we never think of this? And a lot of the world's like, well, we've been drinking it for a couple thousand years. It's all important stuff too.